Hi, my name is Monique Johnson, and today I will be discussing the groupthink theory. In the 2011 movie Cabin in the Woods, there's a point where the five characters are standing in the midst of monsters about to attack them. Then Chris Hemsworth says, "We gotta play it safe. No matter what happens, we stay together." Then a few moments later, he says, "We should split up. We can cover more ground that way." With one person in opposition of this idea, they split up and each character is killed off one by one. Even though one person did not agree, they did not take into account that person because he was not the leader. One could say that this is a form of the groupthink theory. Most people do not know that they are conforming to the groupthink theory. Groups tend to lean towards this theory when people in a group feel that they do not have a voice on the decision, or they have a lead that takes over every aspect of the group's decision making. As stated on communicationtheory.org, groupthink is a sense of agreement that occurs when members of a group avoid conflict by agreeing on a decision without effectively considering each person's viewpoint. On Britannica.com, Anna Schmidt says, "The theory of groupthink was first developed by the social psychologist Irving Janis in his 1972 study, Victims of Groupthink, a psychological study of foreign policy decisions and fiascos, which focused on the psychological mechanism behind foreign policy decisions such as the Pearl Harbor bombing, the Vietnam War, and the Bay of Pigs invasion." In Communication Principles for a Lifetime, on page 234, in the fifth paragraph, it tells us some of the causes of groupthink. It states that groupthink is more likely to occur in your group under the following conditions. The group feels apathetic about its tasks. Group members don't expect to be successful. One group member has very high credibility. One group member is very persuasive. And group members don't usually challenge ideas. It's expected that group members will automatically agree with one another. On psychologicalgenie.com, Sundar Rashmi says, "The movie Mean Girls is a classic example of groupthink. Here, the popular girl has followers who together believed everything they did and the way they acted were correct. And they stereotype those who were different as losers. In order to avoid groupthink, one should be aware that it is occurring in their group and examine the ideas of others carefully, regardless of their position. This way, everyone gets their opinion on the decision out on the table so that they could decide which one is best. There are other ways to avoid group thinking, but the main idea is to be aware that it is happening and to act against it." In agreement with Sundar Rashmi, the concept of groupthink is an important field of study, and in order to enhance the performance of both the decision-making groups as well as the company as a whole.